So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about a tool that I use to make sure that I can train in adverse conditions. So this is my Umarex Glock 17 replica trainer pistol. It looks like a Glock 17, it smells like a Glock 17. Well, maybe it's missing that gunpowder smell. It cycles like a Glock 17, has manual of arms like a Glock 17, magazine release is where it's supposed to be, and most importantly, it fits in Glock 17 style holsters. Like this BH style holster I have here, this belt holster fits the Glock 17 perfectly, and it fits my duplicate pistol. Now the reason why they can get away with that is Umarex, the company that makes this pistol, actually took out a license from Glock to be able to replicate the Glock 17 in this trainer pistol. Now the way this works, has a removable magazine, much like a standard Glock magazine, and it has this follower here, and you can load this thing with 8 of these rubber training balls. It is a .43 caliber projectile. Now, some of you guys might be thinking right off the gate, airsoft, right? This is kind of like airsoft. The big difference for me is that when I shoot this thing, I really know that I shot something. You know what I mean? Because it has this .43 caliber rubber projectile going down range, when I shoot this thing, it actually cycles and it has a little bit of recoil. Not a ton. It's not like you're shooting a .44 Magnum or anything. Arguably, it is less recoil than a standard 9mm, but it does have some recoil. Let's go ahead and put some rubber balls in this thing. That'll be fun. All right, so you have this little orange follower. You pull that down. It's kind of like your old, Ruger Mark 1, Mark II pistols, or any semi-automatic 22 pistol has this little spring-loaded follower that you can pull down, and you can just load that baby up. There, so I've got 8 of those rubber balls in there. Now, to me, the one downside to this thing is you can get spare magazines for these things, but they're pretty expensive because most of the technology is actually in the magazine. And it's not like super duper tough. I don't believe the manufacturer recommends or will even warranty it if you hit that magazine release and like let that magazine hit the ground. So I only have the one magazine for this thing, and what I'll do is I'll just train through a couple of drills, and then I'll reload my magazine and reset. I won't really do a ton of reload training with this thing, just because if I were to do that reload training with this thing and I let that magazine hit the deck, it's probably going to break. And if I try and do reload training and not let the magazine hit the deck, then I'm kind of cheating and building training scars. So yeah, the CO2 fits in the back. The base plate just kind of twists out of the way. And then there's a little follower down here where you can fine tune the adjustment. Essentially, you want to put the cartridge in there, and then you'll fine tune that adjustment to where the cartridge, the CO2 cartridge, is just hitting that that top nipple up there. And then you're going to twist that base plate all the way around, and it locks into place, and that will then prime the CO2 cartridge. I don't remember exactly how many rounds I can get out of one CO2 cartridge, but it's a lot. All right, I will probably reload this magazine of 8 rounds. I'll probably reload the balls in there probably 8 to 10 times before I really start to notice that the CO2 is really kind of suffering and it needs to be replaced. One kind of fun thing is all summer long I will find these little .43 caliber rubber balls from like a winter of training. I'll just find them all throughout the garage all summer. It's just kind of fun, reminding me of like, oh yeah, I did that this winter. I stayed sharp, right? And CO2s are pretty cheap. I think I bought this pack last year. It was $7.49 for a pack of 12 CO2 cartridges. And then these rubber balls, how much do these cost? I don't remember. It was a while back. They're not that bad. Anyways, there's 430 rubber balls in here, and I reuse these. The